Shocking review about Atlas, Jennifer Lopez's new Netflix sci-fi thriller. Not even Jennifer Lopez seems to know what Atlas is meant to be. Jennifer Lopez's new Netflix sci-fi thriller Atlas is being smashed by Rotten Tomatoes critics. The official logline for Atlas reads, Atlas Shepherd, Jennifer Lopez, a brilliant but misanthropic data analyst with a deep distrust of artificial intelligence, joins a mission to capture a renegade robot with whom she shares a mysterious past. But when plans go awry, her only hope of saving the future of humanity from AI is to trust it. Jennifer Lopez, whose considerable star power cauterizes the plot holes, and Simu Liu, looking well-dressed and menacing, slug it out in this fairly enjoyable AI versus human battle. Just when you crave mindless pyrotechnics on screen, the universe, via Netflix, answers with Atlas. Brad Payton, who kept us deliriously amused with San Andreas and Rampage, returns with this lovely sci-fi actioner, which pretends to be discussing deep and meaningful things like whether AI has a soul in its trillion lines of code, when it actually just wants to have fun blowing things up. And blow things it does in jolly spectacular style. In the future, AI becomes self-aware and, led by Harlan, Simu Liu, turns on human beings. After several attacks, including one on Bengaluru which leaves over 500,000 killed in an AI-controlled drone strikes, Harlan flees to a planet, GR39, in the Andromeda Galaxy. The International Coalition of Nations, ICN, is formed to fight the threat, and Harlan is declared public enemy number 1, the first AI terrorist. 28 years later, a grumpy counter-terrorism analyst working for the ICN, Atlas, Jennifer Lopez, is woken up by her smart home. She had fallen asleep playing chess with it. That she is brainy is obvious from her winning streak in chess of 71, and her genius-level IQ is indicated by her glamorously wild Einstein hair. General Booth, Mark Strong, who refuses to abandon Atlas because she is not user-friendly, has an assignment for her. Casca, Abraham Popula, Harlan's fearsome AI soldier, has been captured, and Booth wants Atlas to interrogate him. Atlas, why would parents burden their child with such a name, has some history with Harlan and Casca, as it was her scientist mum Val Shepard, Lana Parilla, who created Harlan. Using the principles of a smartphone, she created a cognitive intelligence. And see where that led. Atlas tricks Casca into revealing where Harlan is holed up, and the ICN decide to send out a mission led by Colonel Banks, Sterling K. Brown, to capture Harlan, or rather his CPU. Atlas insists on going along as she knows Harlan best, having spent 28 years studying the little critter. Though she tells the crew to eschew all digital trails, coming to the first briefing with printouts, they do not listen, and it is up to Atlas to save the world, overcoming her distrust of artificially intelligent beings, starting with her AI companion, Smith, Gregory James Cohan. There are nicely visualized explosions, GR39 is interestingly visualized, and the final battle is vaguely reminiscent of Terminator with Harlan's single glowing eye. Lopez's considerable star power cauterizes any plot holes, while Strong and Brown do their thing, the former being the wise mentor and the latter the wise-cracking tough guy. Liu does not have much to do apart from look menacing, which he does with aplomb and nice clothes. What don't critics like about Atlas? In his review of Atlas for Variety, Todd Gilchrist writes, a dearth of original ideas undercuts the appeal of Atlas, leaving Lopez to fend for herself in much the same way her character is forced to in the film's formulaic story. Gilchrist even takes a shot at Jennifer Lopez's AI companion in the film, which is framed in the guise of an exosuit. What don't critics like about Atlas? In his review of Atlas for Variety, Todd Gilchrist writes, a dearth of original ideas undercuts the appeal of Atlas, leaving Lopez to fend for herself in much the same way her character is forced to in the film's formulaic story. Gilchrist even takes a shot at Jennifer Lopez's AI companion in the film, which is framed in the guise of an exosuit. What don't critics like about Atlas? In his review of Atlas for Variety, Todd Gilchrist writes, a dearth of original ideas undercuts the appeal of Atlas, leaving Lopez to fend for herself in much the same way her character is forced to in the film's formulaic story. Gilchrist even takes a shot at Jennifer Lopez's AI companion in the film, which is framed in the guise of an exosuit. The exosuit, its personality, and the film's overall meditation on artificial intelligence feels fully cobbled together from the parts of too many earlier films to count, Gilchrist writes in his Variety review. The machinery of Atlas' life-saving exosuit looks no different from the AMP, Amplified Mobility Platform, suits in James Cameron's Avatar, itself a descendant of the power loader in Cameron's Aliens. Meanwhile, William Bibbiani doesn't waste any time ripping on Atlas in his review for The Wrap, writing, "Hidden somewhere beneath all the generic dialogue, embarrassing plot, mediocre action and oddly ineffective performances, there's a good idea in Brad Peyton's Atlas. It's a shame the filmmakers never found it." As of this publication, Atlas found at least 2 critiques in its initial batch of 19 reviews to be fresh. One of the positive notices, from Matt Donato of IGN, notes, "Atlas earns more than a shrug, even if it won't settle relevant and alarming debates about artificial intelligence's place in contemporary society."
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Thanks you for watching.